Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I currently look like this. I'm very red because I took a really hot bath and my body is going into red mode, clearly. I'm currently in Niagara. This is not my bathroom, this is a hotel bathroom, but I figured we could just do a get ready with me hotel edition. Why not? Let's get started. I just brushed my teeth, so the first order of business is getting my lips to be plump and moisturized. I find that one, it's winter, two, my lips are always dry, so it's like what we need to do. I like my lips looking plump, dewy, juicy, plump, dewy, juicy, you know? Currently, I am using the Summer Fridays lip butter balm. Yeah, it's amazing. I really enjoy it. My only, not concern, the only thing I don't like about this is the packaging, because I find that, look, I just took a bit out and then there's more coming out already. And I just feel like I am wasting so much product, because now when I put the freaking cap back on, all this product that came out is just going everywhere. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just wasting so much product. So that's my only like thing that I don't like about that product. But other than that, look how juicy my lips look. Plump, dewy, juicy, looks amazing. Okay, as I said, just brushed my teeth, just had a bath. So let's start with our skincare. First order of business, I wanna exfoliate all the dead skin that I have. Maybe any sort of makeup that could have been left on from me last night, even though I double cleansed, so there shouldn't be any, but any sweat and gross stuff. So we're gonna do that. That's if I can find what I'm looking for. Now, because I am not in my usual bathroom, I packed a lot of my travel size products. So these are not products that I use on an everyday basis, but products that I do like, that I like to travel with. So for today, I'm gonna use the Tatcha Polish Classic Polished. For today, So today I'm using the Tatcha Polished Classic Rice Enzyme Powder. This is the little travel size version. They sell like this, or they sell the big one. It's amazing. It's like super finely milled and it's like a powder. I don't know if you can see. So you're supposed to wet your hands, which I did. Hold on, let me get my face towel. Got my face towel. So we're gonna wet our hands a little bit like that. And then we're gonna just, it says, pour half a teaspoon into wet hands, add water to create foam, and then massage onto wet face for 10 to 20 seconds. So I like to do that. My hands are wet. So we're just gonna do, that's like half a teaspoon, I'd say. Now we're gonna grab some more water, add some, oh yeah, and it creates this like beautiful foam, which is quite amazing. Now what I really enjoy is that even though it is a rice exfoliant, it is super gentle on the skin. It doesn't really feel like you're exfoliating. So it's safe to do more than once a week because it is super gentle and it's not damage your skin or anything or mess up your skin barrier. So I do that. I think that's pretty good. Man, I'm just gonna do a little bit more. I'm honestly kind of obsessed with this product, so every time I use it, I'm like, I want more. There we go. I love that it comes in a powder form, so if you are traveling with it, it's super travel friendly. It won't spill or anything. And then you just add water. It's pretty awesome. Okay, we're done with this. I'm gonna rinse this off now. Okay, rinse that off. Fresh towel for our face. Always use a different towel for your face that you use on your body, please. Oh, it feels so good. Okay, I have like rice in my hair. I do apologize for the state of my hair, but we're going from 0 to 100 real quick in this bathroom. Oh yeah, there's one thing I was gonna say. If you are gonna exfoliate every day, I just recommend that you use a really gentle product on your skin. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overstrip your skin and then mess up your skin barrier. It's not cool. Okay, so that was exfoliation. Now next, our skin has been cleansed. It's been exfoliated, which means that it's a little dry. So we're gonna just infuse the skin with some hydration. Now, if you know me at all, you know that I am the most extra person ever. So, you know, I brought like 3 different bags with skincare products because I couldn't choose what to bring. So, skin feels a little parched. I'm really warm still from my bath, and I just like feel like I need a lot of moisture into my skin. So the first thing I'm going to use is this Aesop B&T balancing toner. I would usually use an Essence at home, but I didn't have travel size one, so a toner works as well. So what I'm doing is just putting toner on my hands like this, a few drops. This is not the time to be stingy with your products. We need that moisture. So the cool thing about the toner and essences, I find they're a little bit, like, particle size is a bit bigger, so they're a little bit thicker, but again, they work about the same. So we've used our toner, kind of like that. Next step, next order of business, while your skin is still damp, we're gonna use hyaluronic acid. Right now, I'm using the Glossier Super Bounce. It's not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite. Probably wouldn't repurchase, to be completely honest with you, because I don't think that it's made any sort of difference on my skin. And the Inky list actually has a hyaluronic acid for like $10. That's so much better than this. But I'm trying to use my products up because I have a lot of them before I buy new things. So my skin is now dry, so I'm going to put more toner on it. With hyaluronic acid, if you wanted to hydrate your skin, you do want Okay, sorry for the change because my camera died as I was filming that, obviously. But what I was saying before my camera died is I use my toner and then I'm gonna use a hyaluronic acid serum. As I said, I'm using the Glossier, but not my favorite, not my least favorite. Probably wouldn't repurchase, but it's what I got for right now. Now for hyaluronic acid, as I was saying, you don't want to apply it on dry skin because what it's going to do is the particles are actually going to take the moisture from your skin and extract it, so your skin's actually going to get drier. If you want hyaluronic acid to plump out your skin, you need to apply it on damp skin. That's the trick for hyaluronic acid. Because of all the camera fiasco, my skin is now dry, so I'm just going to use a little bit more toner. And just kind of, there you go. It is nice and damp, plump, dewy, juicy. Now I'm gonna grab a few drops of my Glossier Balance Serum and just kind of put it on my damp skin. Don't forget your neck, kids. Very important. Now what I like doing, because I do wear a lot of layers of stuff on my skin, I like to wait at least 30 seconds between each product. For serums, so that they don't pill and they don't create a film on my skin and they have a chance to like really sink into the skin. So that's what we're gonna do. I got all these little samples, K-Beauty samples, which I kind of want to use, so let's try it. Why not? This is a green multivitamin vital nutrition serum for brightening, rejuvenation, and anti-dark spot. Now usually I would use a vitamin C, which is this, during the day because it's an antioxidant, free radicals. It really helps with any hyperpigmentation. It helps when you go outside, kind of blocks your skin from all the free radicals in the environment. But I think today we're gonna try this Bonjour, that's literally what it's called, Bonjour. Green multivitamin vital nutrition serum. It's multivitamin. Unfortunately, I can't read the back because I'm not Korean. So we're gonna use this instead of our vitamin C serum today and see how that goes. Oh, it's very runny, but kind of nice. Ooh, I feel like I applied way too much. The thing I don't like about samples is like, what do you do after this? This is more than for one use. I don't want to throw this out. I wish my skin looked like this all the time. Look how dewy and wet it looks. Plump, dewy, juicy. 10 out of 10. What else do I have here? Well, the same brand, Green Multivitamin Vital Nutrition Cream. I don't know if I want to use that. I kind of want to save these now because I kind of like them for when I'm at home so that I don't have to throw out the samples because I'm kind of sad that now I kind of have to throw this out. It's such a waste of product. So So I've used that brightening serum, which means I'm not going to use my vitamin C because I don't want to overdo it on my skin. But I am going to use my niacinamide, which I use pretty much every day, day and night, unless I'm using BHA or AHA product. I won't use niacinamide. But this is great. I like the Ordinary one. I think it's great. It's a little bit too thick for my liking, but for the price, not bad at all. So I'm just going to grab a little bit and just put it on the skin. Just like that. Oh, my skin looks so dewy and juicy. Dewy, juicy. Okay, I might need to just buy a full size of that brightening serum. Don't forget your neck, it's very important. Okay, next we're gonna use an eye cream. I brought the Biossance Squalane and Peptide Eye Gel, which looks like this. It's a little travel size. So I'm just gonna use a tiny little bit. And when you're applying eye cream, please do yourself a favor, only apply with your ring fingers. These are the most gentle on your eye area. If you didn't know, the eye area has the most sensitive skin and the thinnest skin. So any pressure that you put on it is like 10 times worse. Always tap, never rub it in. Tap, tap, tap. When you start rubbing, that's when you're gonna create a lot of traction on your skin and you're gonna like pull it and create fine lines and wrinkles. And that's not what we want here. So we're just gonna tap, 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 tap. Plump, dewy, juicy. When you're putting on eye cream, orbital bone, your bone here is where you wanna place it. You don't wanna place it here on your eyelids, no, the bone. Where you feel that bone, that's where your eye cream's gonna go. Eye cream or eye gel done. Now my under eyes are a little extra dry, so I do use a little bit of a gel. And then I use an eye cream because I'm extra AF. You don't have to do this. I'm currently just trying to finish this one from Indeed Labs. Not my favorite again. It does its job, I guess. My favorite eye cream is $100, so I don't buy it all the time. It's from SK2, but it is honestly the best eye cream I've ever tried in my entire life. Okay, eye cream done. The rest of it I like to put on my smile lines and around my mouth because that's a really dry area and it's also very thin skin and prone to fine lines, and we don't like that. I think the next step is, my friends, putting on our face cream. Now it is winter, so I really like a thick layer of moisturizer to like really, my skin's so parched. So I'm actually gonna use two. Usually I would use Weleda Skin Food. This is unreal for the winter. It's like dewy, it leaves like, it's just amazing. It's a really good also makeup primer, really good moisturizing makeup primer. It's a dupe for the Bobbi Brown Balm Thing primer that they have. Cheaper, better, cruelty free, so way better. Now I am using a sample from L'Occitane and it's this cream. So I used some of it last night, so I'm just gonna finish it because I hate wasting product. So we're just gonna use whatever's left of it. There's not much, I don't think, in this little guy. Never forget your neck and your décolleté. This part here, this and your hands is what ages first. So you always remember to take care of those parts, because if you take care of your face, but you don't take care of the rest of you, you may look 20 here, but then 70 here, and that's not cute. Look. Someone told me the other day, or asked me if I was 19 the other day, and honestly, it kind of made my day. Because yes, that is goals. I know it looks like I'm being really rough, but I'm actually being very gentle here. Oh, it feels fresh and moisturizing. Do you see that glow? Wow, who is she? We love her. Okay, we're just gonna let that sink in for a minute or two. I'm gonna use Weleda Skin Food on my really dry areas, just for an addition of moisture, which is around my nose, on my nose. My nose cracks so easily and it gets super dry. And then around my mouth. That's pretty much, and then in between my eyebrows. Weirdest spots, but that's where my skin gets the driest. Oh, yes. Now we're nice and moisturized. I am obsessed with how my skin is looking right now. The dew, wow. Honestly, like, This might be my favorite thing. I'm gonna take a photo of it actually. Kind of obsessed with it, you guys. It's amazing. Okay, we're just gonna let that sink into the skin for a little bit. We're missing the last step of our skincare routine, which is the most important, but we'll get there in a minute. Now that that's sunken into our skin, as you know, I'm the biggest, #1 fan of sunscreen, #1 skincare sunscreen advocate. That's me. So remember to always wear sunscreen summer, winter, fall, spring, inside, outside, summer, winter, fall, spring, summer, winter, fall, spring, plump, dewy, juicy. I don't care, put sunscreen on, okay? It's very important. If you never want to age, if you don't want to get any dark spots, sunscreen is your #1 secret. It is the best skincare secret. You can buy the most expensive skincare routine, but if you don't wear sunscreen, it's not going to do you any good. The one that I'm using right now that I brought is from Supergoop. It's SPF 50, I believe, yeah. Sunscreen should always be the last step in your skincare routine. You don't want to put anything over it that's skincare, otherwise it's not going to do its job. Now, when you are using sunscreen, it is very, very important that you use 1/4 teaspoon to actually protect your face. If you're using, it doesn't matter if you're using SPF 500, if you use less than 1/4 teaspoon, the sunscreen's actually not doing anything. There's been so many studies shown that in order for your SPF to work, or any product that contains SPF, you need 1/4 teaspoon. That's why I don't believe in any sort of foundation or tinted moisturizer that has SPF, because you need so much of it that you're not actually protecting your skin. So that's why you should always use a separate sunscreen. Now that we are done with my sunscreen rant, I do it by layers. So this is not 1/4 teaspoon, but I will do it by layers. I like to just do one layer of me just going over everything, just like that. Okay, we've done the first layer. Now we're gonna do another little layer of sunscreen, and I'm gonna put it on my ears. Very important that you put sunscreen in your ears, because your ears also get sunburn and you don't want that. It's really not cute. You also don't want any sort of freckles or sunspots on your ears, because skin cancer is not cute, not the good look, not what we want. We want to be thriving without skin cancer. Yes, I'm going really in and really just getting into the cracks and crevices. This one, I focus on the spots that I know that are hard to get to. So like on top of my eyes, underneath. Be careful that you don't put sunscreen in your eye, because I've done that before and it's not pleasant. Now we're just gonna let that be for a minute. If you know where this bottle is from, good for you. Now I like leaving my skin after I've applied all my skincare for a few minutes to just chill while I get into the skin and like really just like, you know, my skin just like, if it's going like this. I'm gonna just do my hair really quick. I took such a hot bath that I started sweating. It ain't cute. Miss International. If you're wondering what I'm straightening right now, I had an undercut for a few years and I'm finally growing it out, and it's taking so long. So it literally looks like I have a little bit of a rat tail, but you win some, you lose some. Okay, we're back. I've straightened most of my hair. I leave the bangs last after I do my makeup, because obviously I have to touch my face and stuff. I use a sponge. This is not a beauty blender. This is a Morphe sponge, which I actually prefer over beauty blenders, because it does the same thing, but it's not $30, it's $10. So because it is winter, I do use a hydrating primer mostly. Right now, I'm just using the e.l.f. Puff Puff Primer. I don't know if you can see that. It's decent. It's a hydrating primer as far as I know. Yeah. It's white, so I use like probably maybe a little like that much for my whole face. And then I just want this all over my skin. I don't use a lot because you don't need a lot of primer. You don't want to overdo it. It's always easier to add more product rather than take away product. So Okay, so I use that all over my face, and then I go in with the Tatcha Silk, what's this called? The Silk Canvas, the solid one. I know they have a liquid one now and I kind of want to try it. I'm almost done this. I don't like using this on my whole face. I like this for like pore smoothing, so I usually use this on the areas where I have large pores, which is like my T-zone and then like my cheeks here. So I just grab literally that much and just go with my hands are clean, I just washed them. A little bit on my nose, not too much because my nose gets really dry really quick and I don't want it to crack, but I do like using this on my cheeks. I feel like it does a really good job of just like making your skin really smooth, but I don't like using it on my whole face. I just like it on my T-zone and my cheeks. Just a personal preference, you do you. As you all know, I'm extra AF, so I like doing the most steps as possible. I use this e.l.f. under eye primer. It's a little thing like that. Grab my little you just need the tiniest bit. I just put it under my eye. I honestly find that this really helps my concealer not crease underneath. So that's pretty good. I didn't think this was gonna work. I thought it was a scam, but I actually do see a difference when I use it and when I don't use it. Now we are ready to do foundation. On a regular basis, I don't really wear foundation. I would usually just like spot conceal or use my little Dr. Jart green cream that just takes care of redness and like evens out my skin tone. But we're in Niagara, we're making the most of it, so I am gonna put on foundation. Now please don't come for me, the two foundations I'm using are not cruelty free, but I've had them for not years, I've had them for a while and they were gifts. So, and I'm not gonna throw it out. Like if something's gifted to me, even if I don't like the brand and I don't use the brand, I like using the products because I don't want to create any more waste. Kind of defeats the whole purpose, right? So right now I'm using I'm gonna do it like a medium full coverage look. I am using the Dior Skin Forever, that with the Maybelline Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth. Kind of like them together. I don't like using either one of them on their own. I'm a big advocate for like mixing your foundations and creating either your perfect match or your perfect formula. I have yet to find like the perfect formula. Actually, I really like this Charlotte Tilbury Wonder foundation, like the light medium coverage one. That one's really nice. What I like when I am gonna wear foundation, I do love using the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade 4 medium. This is unreal. I put it on the high points of my face like that, there. Usually where I would highlight is where I put it. I'm gonna take my little sponge and just blend that out. And I just find that this gives you like the smoothest, glowiest, healthy glow from within when you use it under foundation, especially if you're using like a normal or a matte foundation or a satin finish. I feel like this is just, do you see that? It just gives you like a bit of a glow. I already had a glow, I know, but this just makes everything just better. I guess I should tell you the shades that I am using. For the Dior Skin Forever, I'm using the shade 031. It's a little bit too light. Does anyone else have a problem finding the shade, their perfect shade for foundations? I can never find. I always have to mix. Even with Fenty Skin, when Rihanna came out with like 50 shades, couldn't find my perfect shade. Anyways, I'm gonna use a little bit of this, like literally one pump of that. And I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake your booty. And then a little bit of this foundation. I just kind of try to use what's been left on the bottle here. This shade is 225 medium buff. It's a little bit darker than what I am now, but the Dior Skin's a little bit lighter, so it kind of just ends up working out for me. That much. I don't like putting on a lot of foundation. I'd rather do like a light coverage, like not a light coverage, but a light layer of foundation, and then go in and spot conceal where I need it most, rather than having like cake face. I'm not really a fan of that. So I've just dotted it on my skin. I still have some more here just in case. I'm just gonna kind of blend that in. Okay, as you can see, that's a very, like, just one layer of that, honestly, neutralizes the skin. I am just gonna pick up a little bit more product on my sponge and just go over certain areas that maybe need a little bit more coverage. So usually it's right here. I also like putting, because we are wearing masks all the time, I do like focusing on this area here because I find that that's the first area that my master takes off my makeup right away. So I just like spending a little bit of extra time on her. I love the combination of these two foundations. It's like glowy, but not too glowy, not too dewy, and kind of the perfect. Always blend your foundation down your neck, please. Okay. As you can see, I didn't use that much foundation, and I like using a sponge because any of the extra product just kind of goes into the sponge and it leaves you with the most natural base. So as you can see, oh, we're already looking better. What am I using right now? I'm just gonna wipe the excess off here. I'm using the Wet n Wild, what is this called? Photo Focus Concealer in Medium Tawny 842B. This is what it looks like. I actually really enjoy this concealer. It sucks the Wet n Wild is kind of sketchy now because we don't even know if they're cruelty-free since they were found to be sold in China, which really sucks because I really love this brand. The prices are amazing and the quality of the products are great, and I really enjoyed that most of their stuff was vegan and cruelty-free. And now your girl's like, who do we trust? Can we trust you? I don't know. And just any spots concealing that I want to do, mostly down here because I do, I am breaking out a little bit down here, so I'm just gonna add. Now, you may think I'm adding a lot of concealer, but I'm using my sponge to blend it in, which means that a lot of that product is gonna go into the sponge. I need some recommendations for concealer. Something that's hydrating. I don't like dry matte concealers because I feel like that makes you look older, really highlights any crease that you have, any wrinkles. I used to love like a matte finish. Now I'm like, no, give me the glow, the dew. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I don't know if you can see. Pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do is go in with, I'm obsessed with the Glossy Stretch Concealer. I still am. Like, I think it's the best concealer, especially if you love like a dewy, natural look. This is a really good concealer for that. Not super high coverage, but it is what it is. I'm gonna use G6, which is this one. Just, oh, it's so dewy. I love it. Just around my nose, because I know I do get some redness there, and around my mouth here. Because this is a hydrating concealer, I like putting it in those cracks because I know that it's not gonna highlight any dryness that I have, but instead it's gonna look a little bit more smooth. Now I'm gonna take the color G7, so a shade lighter, and I'm just gonna grab a little bit on my finger and literally just go like this and kind of warm it up like that. Then I put it here, take off some excess product, go in again, excess product, and I'm taking my ring finger and I'm gonna use it on my under eyes. I use the tiniest bit of concealer on my under eyes because I found the more product you use under your eyes, the more creases you will get. And that's why I love this concealer for under the eyes, because it's very hydrating. So it's not gonna just like sit into those fine lines and make it like crusty, but it actually just kind of adds like a glow, which I freaking love. Now, as you all know, I love the dew, but the dew with a mask does not last. On a day-to-day basis, if I was just gonna take photos or film, depending on what it is, natural lighting, I would just leave it like this and not put any powder on. It's dewy, it's nice, it looks beautiful. But because we are gonna wear a mask and I am filming, we're gonna put a little bit of powder on. You may ask, Laura, what powder are you using? Well, I will tell you. I'm using the Becca Hydra Mist and Refresh powder. Not my favorite powder, not the best I've ever tried, but again, I'm doing this thing where I am trying to go through my products and finish them before I buy a new one, because I have a problem with buying things that I don't need. So I'm really trying really hard. I only have, I don't know if you can tell, but I only have a little bit left, so we're almost at the finish Now we're just gonna go like that, go like that. I'm gonna take my ring finger and just go underneath my eyes because maybe there was some creasing, and just kind of pick up any excess product and then go in with this and just tap, tap, tap. Don't rub. Tap, tap, tap. Dab it in. Dab, dab, dab. Plump, dewy, juicy. Dab. We did put a little bit of concealer on my eyelids, so I am gonna just take some powder and go over it. The last thing I'm gonna do is just my smile lines, because I find that my makeup does crease there a little bit too much and I don't like it, so just there. And where we're gonna wear a mask, so like bottom here, just a bit of powder. As you see, I'm using like the smallest brush. I don't want a lot of powder, I'm just using it here. Okay, powder, done. I would say that when I finish this, what powder am I buying? I don't know, I really love the Charlotte Tilbury compact powder. What's it called? Airbrush powder, love that one. But I was looking and researching, and apparently the new Pat McGrath powder, it's meant for the under eyes, but this girl was using it all over her face, and apparently it's like unreal. So I might use that next. So I might buy that next when this one's done. Okay, now we're gonna go into bronzing up the skin, because right now we look a little bit too one-dimensional. There's no shadows. We look just like a pancake, and we don't want that. We don't want a pancake face. This is my favorite bronzer. I love a cream bronzer, again, because I do find that my skin, I love the dew, and I love looking healthy. I find that like cream bronzer just looks the most natural. This is my favorite. It's by Milk Makeup. It's the matte bronzer in Baked. It's really cute. I grab a little brush that looks like this, and we're just gonna contour. I don't really like contouring, but we're just gonna give our face a little bit of a shape, because right now we look like pancakes. I honestly am kind of curious to see how my makeup turns out, because I didn't bring my mirror. I never do my makeup like this. Never. Again, this is a good thing to do so that you have a more like sculpted chin. But also, if you forgot to blend in your foundation, this is great because you're blending in that bronzer down your neck, so everything's coming together for us. It's great. I don't put a lot of bronzer on my forehead, again, because my bangs are just gonna cover it. There's no point. Oh, that looks good. Skin looks good. It's very fresh, very dewy, as you can see, but still quite amazing. We're gonna go back to our Flawless filter from Charlotte Tilbury. Love this guy, so good. So good. It's honestly one of my favorite purchases I've ever. We are going to use this to add a little bit of that like natural highlight. I already have some dew, so what I'm gonna do is just add it to the really high points of my face. So I honestly just do like 4 dots right there. Can you see? Perfect. I'm gonna just grab this. Now I usually would do this stuff with a brush, but I try to bring the least amount of brush as possible. That's why I brought a sponge. So the sponge, it just takes a little bit too much product. Whereas a brush doesn't really soak up all the product, so that's my only concern, but it's okay. I'm actually gonna add some highlight, because that was just like an added glow from within. But again, if you're using cream products, use all of your cream products first before you put on any powder. I did use powder, but I used powder on places that I'm not putting any cream on. So I'm using this Hourglass. I should show you what it actually looks like. It's pretty, like this. Hourglass Cream Highlight in Champagne Flash. It's really nice. I honestly, kind of comes like that. I like using my finger to warm up the product instead of just like adding it. I feel like just putting it straight on your skin, I feel like it drags on your skin, and then all the product that you already have just kind of goes, I don't know, I just don't like it. So I kind of warm up the product on my finger, and I go like this. And just kind of blend it in with my finger like that. Then I take my sponge and blend in the edges, because those edges, oh, but look at how beautiful that is. Super nice. I like using my hands to put a lot of product. I just feel like they're God's gift to us, you know? Little blending, the original beauty blenders. And then I'm just gonna use some there, kind of like that. Make sure you're tapping when you're putting it on and not dragging, otherwise you're gonna take any product that you already had on there. Tip of my nose, a little bit there. Also, yes, I do love highlighting things and pancakes. I use like 7 different highlighters. And then now we're done, just kidding. Again, grab this and just kind of blend that through. We are going to move on to blush now. As I said, you want to leave your powder products last. Right now I have so many blushes and I'm trying to go through them. I just hit pan and threw out my favorite drugstore blush, which is the Milani Luminoso. It's amazing, it's glowy, it's peachy. I find that for my skin tone, peachy colors they suit me so amazingly. So right now, as I said, I have finished my Milani Luminoso. So right now I'm using this, I think it's Burt's Bees blush. I'm hitting pan on it, I love it. I don't know the color, sorry, it's the peach one. They have a nude, which I also really love, and then the peach one, right? I only brought the peach one for some reason. Usually I would blend them both and use like nudie peach blush, but this is what we got. Fluffy brush, and we're just gonna tap. Kind of like go like that to get all the excess product. Again, with blush, I like going a little bit at a time. We could always add more product, but it's easier to add than take away. And now where I put my blush, I don't like putting it on the apples of my cheeks. I don't like when people are like, smile and put it here, because what that does is that when you're not smiling, your blush will be here and it just drags the skin and it makes you actually look older. We want to lift the skin, right? So I like to put the blush just like here, which is weird, I know, but this is just like what I find works best for me. See, it looks a little bit more lifted. I saw this trick on TikTok from a makeup artist and he's like, put it on your temple and then just kind of go like this. And then, so that's what we're doing. We're trying that out and it actually looks nice. Honestly, everyone's face is different. Everyone's face shape is different. Just do what works for you. You know, what I do may not work for some of you and what you do may not work for me. So what I've learned throughout the years of applying makeup and being obsessed with beauty and skincare is that you have to find where it works for you and just live your life and not worry about what anyone else is doing. If you think you look good and you like the way you do your makeup, who cares what anyone else says? You do you. That's it for brush. I do feel as though this side has a little bit more, so I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more. I think that's better. I also like putting some on my eyelids, but we're moving on to brows. But before I do that, I want to set what I've done with my base is ready and I don't want anything to move, so I'm gonna actually put on some setting spray for it to just like, you know, stay on the skin. The setting spray I'm using right now is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Honestly, I love this shit. Amazing. Urban Decay All Nighter is okay. Morphe Setting Mist I like, but it leaves me a little bit too dewy sometimes, so I don't like it. So it just depends. Right now, because I do have to wear a mask and everything, I do love this. I feel like it really, really does work. It's a little bit pricey, but honestly, anything Charlotte Tilbury does, as you can tell, I'm a big Charlotte Tilbury fan. I really love her as a makeup artist. I think she's incredible, and I think her line is incredible. I love that she took 10 years to come out with the line because she really puts time and effort and a lot of research into what she releases. So I don't know, I just really, really love Charlotte Tilbury. I can really appreciate any sort of artist who takes their job seriously and isn't just pumping out products to pump out and make money, but actually goes into, you know, the research of the product. And it may take a little bit longer, but you know that when they do come out with something, you can trust them. It's usually really, really good. And honestly, just really love Charlotte Tilbury. I don't like talking when I put on setting spray because you're supposed to be setting your makeup. So if you talk or make any face, and you like your smile lines, everything will settle into it, and that's not what I want. So I try to not make a face, close my eyes, hold my breath. We're gonna move on to eyebrows. Now, I have an eyebrow hack that I usually do at home when I'm taking photos, and I usually like my eyebrows to be done a certain way. But that process takes quite a while, and I didn't feel like doing it while I'm here. So instead, I'm gonna use my other eyebrow routine, which is a little bit more speedy. The first step that I do is I grab a spoolie and just kind of brush my brows. Just kind of brush it through, get any extra product that went into the brows. There, done. That's it, just kidding. Okay, so I brush them. Then I grab, what am I using right now? This is awesome, the Almay Brow Styler in clear. They have it in other colors, but I prefer the clear. This little brush is unreal. It gets every hair, so I'm gonna just brush it up. So I do a little coat like that, and then I grab my spoolie again and just brush it, get any extra excess product out of the hair, because we don't want too much, otherwise they're gonna look fake and crusty. Just want them to be. Okay, now I wait for that brow gel to dry. And while I wait for it to dry, I'm gonna curl my lashes. This is the Schumer eyelash curler, probably my favorite. So good. I am in the process of like trying to grow my eyelashes. I had lash extensions for like 2 years straight. So my lashes, after I took those off, I had no lashes. I've been using lash serum and they're growing, but they're not where I want them just yet. Done that. While that dries, we're gonna do our mascara. I am using, so Schumer eyelash curler, Marc Jacobs primer. It looks like this, and it's like a white cream color. I'm just gonna put that on. Perfect. Now we wait for that to dry. Just packed a little. I feel like my eyelashes are dry. The mascara I'm currently using is the Marc Jacobs, what's this called? Frig. Lacquer at Lash. They sent this to me. That was really nice of them. I love free stuff. I really enjoyed this mascara when it was new. Now it's kind of drying up and I'm not really enjoying it as much, but it was good while it lasted. What are your favorite mascaras? What mascara should I try? Something that like gives me some length and volume. Okay, that's good enough for me. That's what will work today. Okay, now we're going back to the eyebrows. Once that eyebrow gel has dried, I do have dark and bushy eyebrows, so I am blessed. I then take my glossy brow flick. This one's in brown. I have brown and black, and I just like, depends on the mood. Sometimes I use brown, sometimes I use black. We're using brown today. Just kind of give it a little, I don't know, make sure that it's wet. I like the brow flick because I do have fuller brows, so I find that I need something that mimics brow hair, and this is pretty on point, so quite like this. I do like the last half, like the tails first, and then the last thing I do is do the inner eyebrow, because that's the hardest part. Okay, we've done the tail, now moving into the front of the brow. This is the hard part. Also, I never do it like this. I always have like a zoomed in mirror when I'm doing my brows, so this is a challenge for Laura. Okay, I think I'm done with the brow flick. I now take a little skinny pencil. I honestly don't know where this one's from. This might be e.l.f. Honestly, the writing's kind of rubbed off, but it's super skinny, as you can see. I like the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but that one's like 30 bucks, and your girl doesn't feel like spending 30 bucks, so I bought an e.l.f. one. Basically does the same thing. The colors are not as good, but for what we're, you know, sacrifices. Oh, okay, now for my lips. Don't laugh. Oh no, let's do inner corner highlight. Again, Wet n Wild, you have disappointed me, but I love your product. I don't know. I don't know if they're still cruelty free or not. I'm using the One Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in Golden Flower Crown. And I like grabbing my little pinky and then inner corner highlight like that. Looks pretty damn good. I'm not gonna wipe what I have off, but I am just gonna wipe the inner part of my lip. Whatever leftover lip balm I have, we're just gonna leave on. Now, my favorite lip pencil is this one from Milani. As you can tell, it is very tiny. I don't know what color this is. 04 All Natural. It's like the perfect nude for me. So I just line my lips. Real. It's literally my lip color. It's amazing. Love this guy, as you can tell. It's so funny because I have so many nude lip liners, but I always go for this one. As you can see, super natural. Now, I'm currently obsessed with the Kosas Wet Lip Gloss Oil. I think that's what they're called. Oil lip gloss or something. I bought the travel size and it's like these little 3 guys and it's 3 colors. So you have a clear one, which is this. It's not so clear anymore, yikes. I've got a nude one, and then, which is pretty cute too. And then I've got the red. I haven't tried the red yet. It is a lip oil gloss thing, so let's try it out. Why not? Let's try the red one on camera. I hope it's sheer. Oh, wow. It's actually very pigmented for a lip gloss. And I don't know if I like it, to be honest. I'm gonna take the nude lip oil, which is one of my, well, actually I like the clear one too. I don't know. I like it looks, I don't know. I'm just gonna put the nude over it. Oh, that's better. The nude one is just like perfect nude for me. That's nice. What I love is that they're shiny. They're very comfortable on the lips, though. They're not sticky, but they're still shiny. Honestly, love this. 10 out of 10. Buy this kit. It's the best. Once I run out of it, I'll probably buy the full size of the nude because that's my favorite. Okay. Our makeup is done, guys. Now, we're just gonna finish off my hair. You know what? I'm gonna get dressed and I'll be right back and show you the final look. I'm gonna finish my hair off and then I'll show you what I'm wearing. Hi, I'm back. I put on clothes. I'm wearing like this turtleneck underneath like this sweater with holes in it and pleather leggings. I will show you my outfit better downstairs. What is going on with my hair? What the heck? Oh my god, you guys. So as you all know, I was filming a Get Ready With Me. But I am, the way that I am, I take I don't know, I just feel like every time I'm always running to the last possible second. So I literally have my straightener right now, and I'm trying to do my bangs because I didn't have time to do them. And to be honest, it's not working out great, but like it could be worse, you know what I mean? So that's my life right now. We just checked out of our we're still in the hotel, but we just checked out of our room. I'm gonna do it like this because the lighting is way better on this side. Yeah, it was fun. We paid $35 for Starbucks this morning. $35 for 2 coffees and 2 Beyond sausage sandwiches. Last night we did go for a walk to see the falls with the lights and everything. It was so nice. I became an icicle. It was really a really interesting experience for me. I also, oh my god, it was so cool because all the trees were frozen, which is so cool. I said that on in my Get Ready With Me, I said that I would show you guys the finished product, but I'm wearing a mask. But you pretty much know what I look like. I didn't have time to do my bangs, so please excuse the way that they look. And I'm gonna show you my outfit. Give me one moment.